Alright, welcome back, Beowulf Nation. I'm Beowulf, back at it with another video. I just gonna be uploading today the video where I use the dive housing, which you guys have already seen it if you haven't. And the sound was alright. It's just like I don't like how the dive housing sounds, and the hard thing with the mic on my GoPro Hero 8, when water splashes, it sounds different, but the reality is I don't like the sound of what the dive housing. It's just, there's a lot of chatter when I move, like when I go like this with the camera, you hear noise and it drives me crazy. Then when it's not like that, you don't hear anything where it transitions. Hopefully, I know there was a software update. I have used it since not using dive housing. Maybe it'll change, I don't know. I think it's a software issue that hopefully GoPro figures out. Out here in Myrtle Beach, as you can tell, it's about 70 degrees, still in the wetsuit, not the full thing. Temperature kind of changes throughout the area around here, so it's better just to, you know, it's not summer yet, so better have some part of the wetsuit on. Luckily, I don't have to wear my crazy, real thick gloves, so I can actually use my hands. Then today, too, the WHO declared it's a global pandemic with the coronavirus, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button to my other YouTube channel, Beowulf Nation, check it out. It's a bunch of all different stuff, non-jet ski related of me riding. So if you want to see some of the car stuff, going places, whatever, keeping you guys up to date with whatnot, reviews on products that are non-jet ski related, check it out and smash that subscribe button. Also too, if you're new to this channel, I'm Beowulf. I make jet ski videos. Hit the subscribe button to my main channel. I am Beowulf, which you're watching. I'm gonna go down the opposite way. As I can already visibly see, it looks like water's kind of high up in that area. So I'm not gonna go super fast at first. I don't want to be a jerk tossing waves up on people's homes. I'm gonna get probably about where that boat is and then start going, because it's just from here it looks, I just don't want to have it where I'm looking like a jerk splashing a wave on somebody's house. So I would hate to be that person where I'm living on the water and it goes like that. So I'll just give you a little summary of what's all going on. I've got the work racing sponsons on my RXP X 300. It's amazing. What I'm gonna go down this way, which I think I got enough fuel. I got a half a tank, chance of thunderstorms. So I'm gonna try to take us down a little ways down this, and there's a sunken sailboat. You really can't see it except for the mast, but let's head down there and head back. And hopefully I have enough fuel to make it back and show you guys this thing. It's in way past videos, and that I haven't really gone down this way that much, probably in the last year. So we'll cruise by here. I know there's a subscriber, one of these homes here, he has a stand-up and he was in a past video ripping it, and I remember seeing it and I was like, man, I need a stand-up. Now I have a stand-up. There's gonna be a lot of stand-up content coming. It's warming up in the next couple of days where I'll feel it's stand-up weather. Right now it might feel warm out of the water, but in the water it is cold. I kind of want to get going on it before the alligators all come out of hibernation and they're real active. And that little sit down would be a very scary thing to see, a giant alligator coming close to you when you're on that thing. And this is all kind of like gator zone of like hiding in this stuff and waiting for something to make a mistake and get them. That's how that stuff works. Also too, there's bull sharks. I don't know, I just see that. See, somebody has that sign out. I don't, it says no wake please, thank you. And you can tell like that house right there, that's why I don't want to go fast. It's like, that's their yard. I mean, it's like nearly to the post of their deck. I just don't want to be that jerk coming up on somebody's house like that. I mean, obviously got to sign up for a reason. It's going to be bad for them once it gets in the summer season and it stays like this. And this is where, if you've seen the past video, this is kind of where it's more flooded when you're heading this way going south on the Intercoastal Waterway. Now if you saw the last video, I went the other way north on the Intercoastal. It didn't look that flooded. This you can definitely tell. Man, I feel bad for people like that. And the crazy thing, they're building another home. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, but I guess it's part of living on the water. I mean, it's cool. Except for like it's that low, the alligator just walk right up into your house. All right, so once we get past this house, I'm gonna gun it. I don't want to make enemies on the water, so I want to respect people. If it was me, I'd hope somebody would respect me. So that's just kind of the rules of the water, I feel. Nobody's behind me. We look like we're out of that zone of interfering with people. There's no more homes that we really have to worry about, so let's let it rip. Look at this one shot. Here we go, every day's Earth Day. Boom! Years ago. Got another bottle. Big thing to remember, every day is Earth Day. I was trying to get it going fast and just grab it. I should keep like a net and just go. Now this is the kind of area, if you want to be running into alligators and all that kind of stuff, this is that kind of spot. This is the kind of zone where the alligators live. But that has to be a pretty massive sailboat that's below there. Figure the Cherokee guys. Let's start heading back the other way, but it's just a weird thing to see. Sailboat. Ducks can't get out of the way. They're big old ducks. Man, what are those things? Massive. Redhead. Whitehead. That is so cool. These things are huge. Boo. Alright, so I'm going to jet down just a tad down here. I want to get a little wet. It's hard to let it rip back there. There's a lot of debris. But the one thing, this is on my mind. So I do think it's very important. You see trash, you have to pick it up. The reality, if it's fresh trash with this old coronavirus, like, not to get anybody paranoid, but it does stay on objects for 5 days. So technically, nah, I'm not telling you guys not to pick it up. But it's been in my mind the last two nights going out picking up stuff. Do I get it? Am I picking up the stuff, trying to keep clean? I don't know, but I still think it's worth picking up, no matter what. I just think what I gotta get is like a net that like somehow I keep, like a small net that I keep on the side. So like I come up to an object, instead of like stopping slow, I just grab this like net and just go scoop it up. That might be a little bit better, because the hard thing is when it's a lot of debris out like this, and the times I slow down, like, see, there's big leaks like that, you could get that caught up in the jet or something. So I just think it'd be kind of like kind of cool, be like, just scoop up everything and not having to stop each time to grab something. And then that's something I might look at doing, making stuff easier. Got a little bit of light left, and I figured just to let it down, not fully down here, but enough to get some tight turns and had some fun. Back there was just too much debris. That's the big thing when you go out riding, especially when you're making sharp left and right turns, going straight too. You don't want to get something sucked up. So if you see there's a lot of stuff, May is not the best day to be topping her out. Kind of pre-look at areas of what's going on too. You can also tell the current is a little bit stronger, and how I'm getting that knowing it is you can see the current coming off these buoys. See how there's like, it's kind of being pushing, and you can see a little current, like little swirls. You can tell that the current is a lot stronger than what you visibly see above water. And you can see yesterday's video, this was full of stuff. Now it looks like it's moved. It's interesting, the current looks like it's going this way, but there's more stuff that way. I don't know. You kind of see these different areas where there's full of stuff. So you got to be careful when you're riding in this. It looks like there's just a lot more debris in the center of the river. I just don't know why there's so much stuff. So I'm not going to go crazy far down and back her up. So got the goggles on. Check. GoPro in my mouth. There's just a lot of debris out. Whew. Somehow I got spray of water right in my eye. We were in the goggles. Shocked it did that. See, there's all these like leaves and stuff. Ugh. Looks like boat's coming right behind me. I'm just trying to bring her in. Yeah, some of this stuff is just, I don't know if it's yard clippings or what. Still nice to come out here and go riding. Yeah, you get wet, temperature starts dropping, man. I'm feeling the cold. The one thing I just hate about riding here is this long way of no wake. It's just so time consuming. And you have to obey the rules. When they say it's no wake, no matter if there's nobody out or not, you really have to obey it and not go and Like, you just have the hands off the throttle and you just let it ride. It's just the rules. You have to respect other, like, if they have it for a reason, you gotta follow it. But see, it has these, like, swing bridge. And it's pretty cool. It's like, so that person parks there who's working there. So there's always somebody working here. And then I don't know if they're notified when a boat's coming or they're monitoring it. But then they just stop traffic and this bridge swings out for a giant boat to go through. And I just think that is, like, the coolest thing. Coming from living in the Midwest, there's really not stuff like this, so I find it really interesting. Now look at this. When you're wearing the goggles, you don't see everything. There's just a lot of junk in the water right now, and it's not like garbage. It's just like branches and leaves and grass, just a bunch of, like, not stuff you want to get. Well, it wouldn't hurt getting on you, but I mean, it just. A lot dirtier right now what's going on. That's kind of what happens when there's like a big flooding. I'm getting all these text alerts on my phone from all the, like, the weather apps. I follow like one where there's like lightning strikes. I know how far away lightning is, and like flooding, and it's just every day they're delaying it more and more and more with the flooding. And then it was supposed to rain today and it didn't, so it's just, luckily it's not here on the Intercoastal. It's more up or more south down when you go in the smaller rivers. I consider this a river. Technically it's an Intercoastal Waterway, but I call it a river.